There's lots of excitement happening over at the box office. A few good things that came this last weekend and a few even better things to come. So producer Charlie, tell me where we start on all of this.
Okay, so first up we have AfrAId. This is a PG-13 sci-fi horror film. So this film follows Curtis and his family who are selected to test a revolutionary new device, a digital assistant called Aya. As Aya begins to learn everyone's behavior, though, she anticipates everyone's needs and soon makes sure nothing and no one gets in the family's way. So this stars John Cho and Catherine Waterston. It's a pretty decent movie for the most part. My takeaway after the film was, you know, in this day and age, AI is starting to become the big topic of things, you know, which way is it gonna go? I felt like this was a little bit of a cautionary tale of like, you know, once you unleash it, you can't put it back.
Yeah.
So don't make it too smart,
yeah,
or else, you know, we might be in trouble.
You never know.
Everybody always talks about the robot uprising, so. So this was originally supposed to be called They Listen, but it was changed to what it's called now, AfrAId. So far, it's made $6.7 million worldwide with a budget of $12 million. So
interesting.
A little over halfway there.
I feel like I wouldn't see this film personally, just because I think a lot of us, when I say a lot of us, I mean me, are still kind of like nervous about AI a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like it is a necessary evil almost right now in culture, but like I think it freaks a lot of us out. So I'm like, I don't really know if I want to know what happens if this whole thing comes. You know what I mean?
It is a decent movie. I will say the ending's a little weird on how they play it out, you know. But I mean, if you like a little horror, I mean, it's not even then. I wouldn't call it too horrific, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's more just sci-fi in my opinion, not too scary or anything.
So worth a watch.
Yeah, worth a watch if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, what
so,
else you got?
Moving on, we have Reagan.
I'm excited for this.
So this is a PG-13 biographical drama that follows Ronald Reagan's life from the glitter of Hollywood to the world stage as he overcomes the odds to become the 40th president. So this is actually based off Paul Kingor's 2006 book called The Crusader, Ronald Reagan and the Fall of Communism. It stars Dennis Quaid as Ronald Reagan, and then as Nancy Reagan we have Penelope Ann Miller. It was okay.
Okay.
That's about as far as I can go.
Yeah.
It was okay. In the first 25 to 50% of the film, they jump around a lot in time, and it can get a little confusing.
Okay.
Just to keep up with it all, and it's pretty. Here's my thing about biopics.
Okay.
If you're gonna make a film about somebody's life, you have to show the good and the bad. You can't just go off of all the good things, you know?
Sure.
You have to show the thing, you know, as a president, there are things that he probably didn't have a good light on, you know?
Yeah.
And they don't show that part. And also, it really just shows him as like the end all of communism, you know? And I mean, like, he probably had a big role in it, but I doubt he was the only reason the USSR, you know, ended.
Yeah. What do you think about like Quaid's portrayal of him?
He wasn't, I mean, I don't think he did bad. The way he did like the vocals of him were interesting. Not that I've really listened to a lot of Ronald Reagan clips, you know, to know what his actual voice sounded like.
Yeah.
But I mean, I imagine it was pretty similar. I mean, I saw some people consider it kind of a caricature though of Reagan almost. So it's not like a horrible movie, but it feels very calculated on when it was released.
I could see
since
that.
This is an election year as well. And actually, an interesting thing I saw was Facebook originally had it where it was limited on what it could do on Facebook because they thought it was put out there to persuade the elections of this year.
Interesting.
So, I mean, for the most part, it's, you know, it depends on everybody's preference.
Yeah.
They might like it, they might not. It's a little long. It's almost 2.5 hours long. And by the end of it, I was like, is this thing almost over?
Yeah, my attention span's not that big.
Yeah, it runs a little long, but, you know, it's an okay movie.
Yeah.
So this has made so far $10.3 million, with $10 million of that being in the U.S., which isn't surprising because in other countries, who cares about a president of the United States?
Right.
The budget's $25 million though, so not sure if it'll top the box office or not. But then this weekend is the movie of, I know it's not officially fall yet, but I'm gonna call it fall.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice is here.
So excited for
After
this.
36 years, we have the sequel.
Did you see where Winona Ryder was like, I think it's her, she was like, we couldn't make this film until now because we needed Jenna Ortega to be born.
Yep, I saw that.
Was so
I've seen some
amazing.
stuff about their press of this film, and it,
Yeah.
just her, both of them and Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
I love them. I'm excited. I'm actually going to go see it here soon.
Ah, I love
So, and then also this weekend we have The Front Line.
Okay.
So Then streaming on Friday on Max, we have The Boy and His Harem, which is an anime film. It was actually one of the nominations for
gonna say, that
the
sounds
Oscars
familiar, yeah.
animated this last year. It's actually a really good one. So if you like anime, it might be one you want to check out.
Check it
So
out.
it's
All right.
good vocal casting too.
Yeah, all right, we'll go see one of these films producer Charlie just talked about. And if you see Beetlejuice, let us know what you think, because it's the movie of the fall, as you said.
I would say so.
Yes, all right, Ozarks Live will be right back.